All right, we're going to get started here with the first vBrownBag of the day. First, I'd like to thank you guys for coming, explore. I'm sure we all came in from all over the place here. Thank you to vBrownBag for having me. And today we're going to talk about, have you hugged your Global Support Services TSE today? No, I'm not a TSE. I'm good with the hugs, but we're going to go with that. So we're going to, quick agenda, let's stop and think about it a little bit. We're going to do some tales from the field, and then how can we make it better? And then next time you can give your TSE that well-deserved hug. So let's stop and think about it here. How many of us started our IT careers in a service desk, call center, all right? How many of us are still there? Okay, so maybe I counted one off there. But how many of you guys call your GSS support and ask them how their day's going? Yeah, you do all the time, man. Yep, that's what I thought. So just kind of think about it, right? GSS, it's a tough job, right? We've all been a service desk. We all been in those type of roles. So the whole point of this conversation today is like, how can we make that process, the support process, better? All right. As a TAM here, GSS or the GSS TSEs are an integral part of the customer support organization. But we need to know or let them give them the information up front to help them to provide us the information on the back end. So, shameless plug, as a TAM, if you're working with your TAM and your SSM, right, they will be your advocates. So make sure, stop, collaborate, and listen, right? No, I'm not going to throw up a vanilla ice, right? So make sure you explain your environment, right? Not only to the TSE, to your TAM, to your SSM, right? Because they can then go on the back end and advocate for you guys, right? That's what part of customer success, and that's what we do. So, tales from the field. These are true life lines. I'm not even going to call them descriptions. Line in the description field. When I've seen from customers, I'm not going to throw anybody under the bus here, right? This is what was in the description field. Even though, yes, there is inputs for products and versions and stuff like that. When you put in a description like, my vCenter upgrade failed, it's really not going to help them out. You know, and then one of my personal favorites, the big SAP server is slow, right? That's a good one. Then vCenter host goes out. I mean, if the TSEs can answer these, help you out with just these descriptions, I wouldn't be here talking to you right now. And my favorite of all time, VMware is broke. The whole company, guys, everything is broke. But no, but generally when you put in descriptions like this in the description field, right? You get the old email coming back, right? Please upload logs. You know, what's the production impact? Current state of the environment. What have you done, right? So to save time, I like to quote my friend Gary V here, right? If you put effort up front, you get effort out in the back end. So effort is grossly underrated, right? But so you're saying, Matt, how can I help my TSE? So I've used with my customers over the 8 years that I've been a TAM here at VMware, a template, and I'm not going to say it wasn't my idea. I actually stole it from another TAM, a former TAM that worked for a very large customer. But come up with a template. So first part of the template, right? Who here is using Skyline? Come on, we need more hands than that. Come on. If you're not using Skyline, there's a TAM session on it, how to get started, come see me, we'll talk, right? All right, first thing with the SR template, right? If you have Skyline, provide your Skyline organization name and ID, and then also your entitlement account, right? That should all be part of your SR, right? The second thing is the basics. What are we looking at? FQDN, IP address, data center name, host name, right? If they're going into logs, what are they going to be looking at, right? They're going to look for big SAP server, right? Oh, what time? You know, so the second pieces here are the second questions here, and this will all, I have a repo you can download the text and document from before, right? Is log assist, right? If we can get in the logs faster, that ultimately helps you guys out a lot sooner, right? What's being impacted? vCenter, hosts, VMs, data stores, right? We need to let them know what it is. Are you experiencing a PSOD? Did you take a screenshot of the PSOD, right? Put all that into your SR ahead of time, and things will go a lot smoother, right? And then everyone asks, so what changed? It's DNS. It's networking team, right? No. And then another very critical piece of information is the time frame. Always put your time frame in up front, otherwise they will come back and ask you a question, and we're back into that SLA game again, right? We want to provide all the information up front. Is this a reoccurring problem, and can it be reproduced, right? And if it is, when was the last time you reproduced it, right? And again, it goes back to that time frame. What was the error message? Did you take a screenshot of the error message? Oh, no, I didn't, my bad, right? Always take your screenshot. And then the third pieces here are be very specific with versions and builds. Yes, they ask you for those inputs, but those inputs are only for a single product, right? We often run into situations where it's two different products, right? VROPS, vSphere, vCenter, different versions in vSphere close, or in vSphere clusters, but that's a whole different problem, and your TAM should get you to do something about that. If you're dealing with a virtual machine, type of OS, the build of the OS, VMware tools versions, right? These are all questions that the TSE will come back and ask you, right? Hardware version, NIC types, right? All that stuff. You know, what are the steps to reproduce the problem? What have you done yet? Or what have you done already, right? What troubleshooting have you gone through to solve the problem? If you let him know or let them know ahead of time, right? Again, that'll save you hours, right? And a brief description of all the screenshots and logs you attach. So you're making sure that they're looking at the latest version of that log, the latest version of that screenshot. That's also, you know, kind of guide them through your issue. And then, what's the impact, right? How many users is it affecting? Is it causing a work stoppage, right? Is it a revenue generating event, right? If you open up a Sev2 and it's a revenue generating event, that's a problem, right? We need to make sure that the TSE understands, and if you're working with your TAM or SSM, that they understand what the severity is, and we can get to a resolution faster. So, when is not a good time to use the SR template? For those of you that have are virtual speaking fans out there, fire, flood, blood, right? Get the GSS TSE on the line before you fill out an SR template. Yes, it helps afterwards as you're engaging with the TSE to have somebody else start filling that out, because that'll essentially build that timeline and information that you'll be needed to provide to the TSE, right? It's great for Sev2, Sev3 incidents. It's great for building that run book and plan for your Sev5 proactive tickets, right? But fire, flood, blood, if your data center's on fire, not a good time to use it. Can't stress that enough. So you can go out and download the SR template. There's a doc, Word doc out there as well. But just the more information you provide, give the TSE a warm hug, the better off, or the more effort that you're going to put in pre-SR, right? Generally, the better information is you'll get out in the end. So check out the link, download the SR template, use it. Let me know how it went. I'm open to feedback and stuff that I may have forgot. So that's just one of the many tools that we as VMware TAMs have kind of in our toolbox that we use to make sure that you guys get the support that you guys deserve. So call your TSE, ask them how his day is going before you get into talk shop. All right, thank you.